Well, I'm Jennifer, and I am a wife and mom of 4 kiddos, and I live in the suburbs of St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm just like everybody else and loving on my kids and being a stay-at-home mom. And in 2005, I had an experience that just rocked my world and was completely unexpected. I was 4 months pregnant with our 4th child, and I became very, very sick. And on my second trip to the emergency room, just in trying to figure out what in the world was wrong with me, my fever was getting close to 104 degrees, and we couldn't come up with anything that was causing that. And I finally happened to just mention to the doctor that I had been in Central America on a mission trip about 9 months prior. And it was like the light bulb went off in the doctor's eyes, and he said, "Were you bitten by any mosquitoes while you were there?" And I knew instantly that I was lying there in a hospital in the middle of the United States of America, pregnant with malaria. I spent about a week in the hospital and had an excellent team of doctors and medication that was readily available. I came home to recover, and in that time I knew I had to learn everything I could about malaria. What is this disease? What is this medication I have to take? And how is it going to affect me and my baby? And the information that I was ingesting was absolutely staggering, that this curable disease was so devastating throughout our world. My baby boy was born perfectly healthy, right on time, and we named him Jacob because I had wrestled with God. And as I held him in my arms in that hospital room, I couldn't help but think of the 3,000 mothers that were holding their babies that day as they died of malaria, simply because they live on the other side of the ocean. And I wasn't okay with that. As I watched Jacob grow, I knew that I couldn't get those moms out of my head, and I had to do something. So I just did what I knew to do. I began with social networking and building relationships with friends from church, and even partnered with a recording artist so that I could do whatever I could to inspire others to join this fight against malaria. In 2012, I was approached by Imagine No Malaria, and needless to say, I was elated at the opportunity to join forces with such an extraordinary effort against this disease. And the good news is that we're making progress. It's no longer 3,000 moms every day. The number continues to decline. And I love it that now I'm able to point people so easily to imaginenomalaria.org so that they can find out ways that they can be involved and that they can join this fight against malaria. As exciting as that progress is, we still have work to do. But I believe when we come together that we really can win this fight. I, for one, really can imagine a day when there are no more deaths from malaria.